Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brandon McPherson and I'm an illustrator. This one, I'm going to talk about 3 mental health tips that could really help in the creative process and just in life in general. As someone who has had experienced a whole life of anxiety and depression, I definitely have actually figured out ways to live a happy, if not content life. So here they are. Number 1, boundaries. By the way, if you see me looking at my notes, I'm not really used to talking on camera, so yeah, we'll see how this goes. So number 1, boundaries. Making sure you're time blocking for yourself. That is so imperative. I think a lot of us who are in the creative space, a lot of us are artists. We tend to make sure everyone else is okay before we are. We tend to be people pleasers. We tend to be empaths. We tend to pick up people's energy. And sometimes if you're not aware of it, you can be depleted of all your creative vessels and not even realize that that's what's going on. Like you'll just all of a sudden, like spend time with certain people or spend too much time at work or have all these obligations and then wonder why when you finally get back to like painting or drawing, you don't have the inspiration. And it's because you've kind of tapped all your energy out. The cup runneth over. Is that what I'm trying to say? Yeah, basically, like you just have to just be aware. Be aware of where energy is going. Be discerning. Be discerning of the amount of time you're spending doing things that take things out of you versus bring you more energy. Second thing, grounding practices. That is something I am just really making part of my regular schedule. So I tend to wake up actually super anxious, full of anxiety, racing thoughts. I really try to meditate first thing, but sometimes that doesn't even work. Lately, I think I'm picking up the consciousness of Philadelphia, really the world at large. And so literally I'll just have to wake up and just go straight into a Epsom salt bath, like as soon as I wake up. Soak for about an hour and listen to do breath work while I'm in there, literally breathing in for 4, holding, and out for 6. I'm not an expert on this, but breathwork with Sandy, he's an amazing YouTuber. He has an array of meditations and breathwork, and I always listen to him first thing just to get my day started on a clear note. Literally, it's amazing. It's an amazing way to start the day because everything is relaxed and I can think clearly on what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. So really slowing down to speed up. So another grounding practice is yoga. After that, I'll do yoga or I'll run or something like that. But I think that starting off with yoga or moving your body in a gentle way, as opposed to a rough kind of hustling way, is better for my nervous system. Everyone's different. Maybe you're better off just waking up and running and then doing yoga afterwards, or running and then meditating afterwards. Everyone is built different, but I think it's important, but I think it's really important to just have some type of grounding practice, because then again, you're filling up your cup. And then number 3, I would say consumption. Consumption is so important. Like people don't even realize it. Like we're all brainwashed. We are. Like it's crazy. We luckily a bunch of us are starting to wake up. The whole planet is waking up, but I don't think the whole planet realizes that we are waking up. The ones who are spiritually minded or closer with God, I think that would be like the artists, the creatives in general, the empaths, the actors, everyone who is just creatively in tune and just naturally goes to creation before regular life is aware that we're in ascension, and more light is coming onto the planet and all the dark is starting to be shown. And that's exciting for us because now we can actually have our time. But this is a time to really just be aware of what you're listening to, the media, what music you're listening to, what podcasts you're listening to, the movies. There's so many like weird, like, agendas that are being pushed to keep us scared that are just not true. Like so many horror movies that are just you might think it's just a horror movie, but a lot of it is, it goes into your psyche and makes you think, oh, I can't trust that person. Oh, this world is awful. Oh, I don't know. There's just so many things that are said in these darker movies that don't really speak the truth about how people can be. You know, yeah, there are evil people in the world, but this world is not all awful. And to assume that is just not true. And then music, yeah, just inspiring music. For me, it's like Back to Business or whatever that song is by Tiesto. Let's get down to business. That just gets me going. I've been listening to some secular music a little bit. I'm not Christian or anything, but there's some music that is very what's the word? Sounds mainstream, but just kind of calls for a higher purpose and just keeps you inspired. I think that's really important, just to have some type of inspiration going in your life. Anything that keeps you up, anything that keeps your vibration on a higher level. And then also, as far as consumption, food, whatever you're eating. Like, again, a lot of us artists are empaths, and we pick up on everything. Everything affects us. We're very sensitive people. So having foods that are, if you can, I mean, this world is nuts. Everything costs $1 million, but doing your best to make your food organically, to not have processed food, to have whole grains, to just be aware of your gut health, educate yourself on foods that are good for your second brain, which is your gut. I can go into that in another video because I've learned so much about gut health and how what you consume affects your second brain, and then which affects your whole mental health. So just kind of educating yourself on those things is so important. So with boundaries, grounding practices, and consumption of being aware of what you're consuming, I think it'll help in the creative process. Having more energy, having more optimism, coming more to the truth of who you are and not being like fed lies, you know, like all these things are so important. And then once you incorporate them regularly in your daily life, I've known that it really has saved my life. I can go into it in another video, but I really have come a long way. I used to be on, I'm gonna put this down. I used to be on antidepressants, and I was on Wellbutrin and Trazodone. And while it was helping me with my anxiety, it wasn't helping me kind of be aware of what I was feeling. And that's the whole point. That's why our art is so good, is because we're able to feel and bring that feeling out of the character or the whatever we're trying to show. That's our biggest blessing. And so if you can't really feel, in my opinion, it's harder to, I don't know, it's not fulfilling. So I really felt like numb when I was creating. Anyway, I've finally gotten off of that, and with these grounding practices, it's really helped. So if this helps you, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. I'm really starting to get a little more comfortable on here. I'm definitely not comfortable on camera, but I am forcing myself to make these changes and get better at talking. But if you guys sympathize or understand, let me know. Hope you guys are having a good day. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.